on the rap. Wasted again in Margaritaville. Looking for my lost shaker of soul on my coffee. Drink a margarita today for Jimmy Buffett, huh? Every alcoholic middle-aged white guy in America is in mourning, and that includes me. Very quick story about Jimmy Buffett has a line of restaurants, a chain of restaurants called Margaritavilles. By the way, I heard he was a massive partier. I heard he liked the margaritas. I heard he liked the salt. I heard some Jimmy Buffett stories from people who knew him. Anyway, me and a buddy were down in AC. We had a reckless weekend. Nick, if you're out there, you know I'm talking about you. A reckless weekend. And then the last day we were in AC, we went to the Margaritaville. That I don't even know if it's there anymore. Sorry, I'm watching the Chelsea game in the background as well. I want to see them lose. So we get there. We're hungover as shit. I'd never been to Margaritaville before. We just get a ton of food and some drinks to, you know, hair of the beast, whatever they call it style, where, we're trying to drink away our hangover. And they got these girls walking around, very attractive women, dressed scantily, doing balloon animal hats. Like they're making balloon animals and turning them into hats, and they're on stilts. They're walking around on these giant stilts, making balloon animal hats for people, sitting in the restaurant. So I have a fantastic picture out there that I'd have to dig up, but of me and my buddy Nick wearing these balloon animal hats from Margaritaville. And it was really fun until the people next to us got mad and basically cursed us out. They're like, how dare you? That's so rude. The decorum. We're like, what are you talking? Like, what did we do? Are we not wearing pants? Like, are we that hungover? Did we forget to wear pants? They're like, no, you're supposed to tip the balloon animal ladies. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know that. I didn't know. We had never been to a Margaritaville. And where does it say? There's nothing on the wall that says you must tip the ladies walking in still. And I'm a big tipper. But there's there was nothing to say, these ladies walking around in stilts handing out balloon animal hats should be tipped at all times. We didn't know. So anyway, that's my... We promptly left after our next drink, tipped the ladies, and then left and went to another bar where we wouldn't be harassed for not tipping someone on stilts who made me a fucking hat out of a giraffe hat out of balloons. Weird experience, but very on brand for Jimmy Buffett. So that's my Jimmy Buffett story. By the way, I'm watching soccer now, but ECU comes on at noon today. I'm super excited, though they're playing Michigan, so talk about a rough first game. It's like getting the electric chair for your first misdemeanor. Like, Jesus Christ. Ooh. Right into the fire. But hey, I'll be the perpetual optimist today, especially if I get a couple Jimmy Buffett margaritas in me beforehand. What dampened my mood a little bit about really the first big, because last week didn't really count, the first big college football weekend of the year, is I watched that BS High documentary on HBO Max that everyone should watch about Bishop Sycamore, the fake high school that conned their way into playing a game on ESPN against IMG, which is IMG Academy in all sports is like top 5 in the nation. Anyway, it just really shines a light on the reason I got out of coaching. For those who don't know, I coached U15, U16, U18 basketball for 10 years, on a pretty high level against some pretty good competition, and enough to see how kids are used, basically, as pawns for these programs. Not the ones I coached for, fortunately, but a lot of the programs we played against, and we played against some really great programs and kids that went on to play D1 college ball. A couple of them made cups of coffee in the NBA that I know we played against, but some of these kids, man, are just literally used and thrown out with the trash. And it's different even on the college level where they're more mature. They might be 21-year-old kid. That's kind of an adult. But you're taking 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, even 18, 19, 20. They're not fully mature adults yet. And you're telling them, in this case, there was no school. It was a completely fake school, so they never went to class. They were told that they would get enough credits. They were told that there would be classes for them to graduate so that they could play at the next level. And that wasn't the case. The guy who ran the program completely just used it for the purpose of trying to build up the program and trying to play these top schools and getting on ESPN in some kind of scam to get more money. And honestly, it's a little extreme because it's a made-up school, but a lot of these programs, a lot of these schools, it's the same thing. They just hide behind the fact that, oh yeah, we do have teachers, but they don't make the kids go to class. And they don't care about the kids and making sure that they're molding them into mature adults and getting them prepared for life. They're just using up their talent and throwing them away. And if they're not good enough to make it on the next level, then sucks for them because they're going to have no life skills, life abilities, and life lessons to guide them because these coaches don't care. These programs don't care. They're assets. That's all they are. And unfortunately, a lot of people out there look at them as just that. And it's very sad. The best example I could give is I remember in one of the final tournaments I coached in, there was this team we were going to play. And before the game, we were playing at this small school in I think it was in the Bronx. And they didn't have locker rooms. So I'm having my team meeting 50 feet from where the team we're playing is having, their pregame team meeting. And I hear the coach tell the one kid, oh yeah, you've only had 3 technical fouls this tournament. I'm proud of you. It was a 4-game tournament. You're proud of him. If a kid gets 3 technicals in 4 games, that's damn near a felony. Some of these kids were coming from, situations like any kids that, they needed guidance. They needed help. But you know what? That kid was the star of the team. So the coach instead just said, I'm proud of you. Hey, you only got 3 technicals. It said not in any way clearly trying to guide the kid towards the help he needs if he's got that kind of anger issues. That's a good thing that he only had 3 techs in 4 games. Hate to see him on a normal day. But again, youth sports in America now has gone from teaching kids and shaping kids and giving them life lessons through sports to help them in the future because 0.001% are going to actually make money off the sport they're playing. And it's gone to just using the kids as pawns to highlight programs so that the programs can make more money. And it's really sad, and it's greedy and disgusting, and it's everything that is bad about sports, and that's why I got out of coaching. But that and the parents are fucking crazy. Anyway, watch it. I think it's the perfect, just when you're watching it and you think this is crazy, this is nuts, nothing like, just know, as someone who was in that kind of atmosphere for 10 years, that's common. The only thing that's not common is he completely made up the school. Everything else about it, run of the mill. And that's the sad part. And it's sad to why I was crying towards the end because of the kids that couldn't go on and play and go on to college because of how this coach let them down. And didn't help them get the credits, didn't prepare them. And that should be a crime in itself. This is SDS. Go Pirates.